Today I review Inside Out, so get your minds ready. Hi, my name is Matt Hale and welcome to Hale Reviews, where I give you my opinion on movies and stuff. Today I come to you with some knowledge on Inside Out, Pixar's latest masterpiece, and it's pretty dang good. It really is an amazing Pixar film. It feels like Pixar, it looks like Pixar, but it's gotten that much better. When you look at it, it's got this three-dimensional feel to it that really looks like you're watching 3D without the glasses, and nobody likes wearing those glasses. I wear glasses, but I don't want to wear those glasses. Brought to you by Docter. He's an amazing director who has put together movies like Monsters, Inc. and Up. Docter is by far my favorite dude at Pixar, and I was really looking forward to Inside Out when I got to see it. For me, it didn't emotionally hit the same way I think for some did. I kind of walked in with some ideas of what I thought it would be, and I think I ruined it for myself. It just left me unsatisfied with a lot of things. Joy was a bit obnoxious, and I think that was partially intentional, but the character Joy was incredibly obnoxious to me. Sadness was definitely my favorite character in this, by far. I don't know what it is, I just like sad things. Played by Phyllis from The Office, you know Phyllis. She's great. It just fit perfectly, and it was just so good. In the first act, it was an amazing scene where we come from. Like, the very first scene of the whole movie is just so mind-blowing. You cut to Riley as a baby, and it just, you're trapped into the reality of what that moment looks like because it feels really real. And then you see Joy bred this emotion, this character that's brought out of this, and it's just visually just stunning. And I was really excited from that point in the movie. What comes after that scene takes a long time. It lays out everything you need to know about what's going on. The problem with it for me is that there was so much science to it that I think it took a long time to get out of the first act. And I'm fighting with the layout of first act to the last act. The first act felt like it took so long. In the third act, the resolution to the entire story went way too fast for me. You didn't have enough time to really emotionally relate to it because it didn't last long enough. And I'm not talking about the scene where the parents and Riley unite. That moment was good. But what happened after that, when you start to see these pieces come back into the story that were removed from the story, you didn't have any time to realize what was going on. 60 to 90 seconds to really resolve the whole thing, and everything's just back to normal. But you don't want to take this movie over 90 minutes. I wanted to keep seeing more. That's more what I wanted, but you don't want to go over 90 minutes with this Pixar movie. No way. We've seen our characters: joy, sadness, fear, anger, and disgust. Disgust is a little bit weird and feels a little bit out of place, but it's cool still. I don't mind it. There's another character that is introduced, Riley's old imaginary friend. When you look at him, it feels like you're in an old 70s music video. Like, he looks insane. But it is pretty cool. And the contrast of what you see in the mind is so colorful, but what you see in real life, whether it's happy or sad, the color is very neutral and it's very shadowy. Like, shadows are really harsh from top lights, and it's really, the contrast is really, really good. Joy is that part of the mind that is just keeping everyone together and keeping everything centered so that Riley is a happy, happy girl. But there's a scene that happens where sadness and joy are put into the long-term memory. Joy and sadness teaming up to get back. They could not be more unlike each other. Joy and sadness. Think about that. It's a whirlwind adventure for them to get back. A lot of really cool terrain that they go through. There's also a moment where Joy breaks down. And I gotta give massive props to the animators on this movie. When you see the baby for the first time, like, it looks so real and it's animated so well. They don't mocap any of this stuff. There's no motion capture that happens. These are animators. They are geniuses. Joy in this moment when she's broken because she is lost and can't get back to Riley. It's a really, really emotional scene, and the animators just, man. Like, the facial expressions, the way the eyebrows drop, the shape of the eyes and the mouth coming down, it was just really on point. The complexity of this movie is so endearing. There's so many layers to it, and they executed it just right. There's 6 emotions to each person, and we see all of them. You're watching a movie that's as complex as Interstellar without the disappointment. They made a complex idea attainable for all of us to understand. Congrats, Pixar. You made smart people out of all of us dumb people. The design of this movie is supreme. It was a little bit of psychedelic, and it was a little bit of like treating them like stuffed animals, and I think Pixar is continuing to innovate. So all in all, this is an amazing movie. You're going to be gripped into a story that is very, very compelling. And the story is so complex but so understandable. You're in the story the whole time and it makes total sense. Docter, you are an amazing director, an amazing writer, an amazing creator, so keep making stuff, please, because we're all enjoying it. Anyways, if you like this content, be sure to subscribe to my channel, leave a thumbs up down below, and leave me a comment letting me know what you thought of Inside Out, and what is your saddest moment ever. Write it down. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next review.